Oh, it's almost too late to be doing this. Hi, babies. Is Mama Cheech at the house? Want to talk to you real quick. My great grandchildren are blowing up my email, talking about Big Mama Cheech. You need to go in on Kanye. You need to go in on Kanye. And I just started laughing because I looked up what the boy said, and I was just like, who was he talking to? But y'all all know what Kanye said about, slavery was a choice, and they dragging him through all the memes. I've seen so many funny of them, but I had to come out and tell you guys, because honestly, I saw so many memes. I swear, stupid people make me tired. It just makes me tired because it's exhausting to have to deal with them. It is just so. So let me before I wind up. Okay, that's just water. Just water. Nah, I'm kidding. That's vodka. But what I was trying to say is, this is what happens when you get money. Well, actually, not to everybody. Typically, somebody said it best when they said, money only makes you more of who you are. And if you tend to be on the creative side, that shit can go either way. You had Bill Gates, got his wife and kids and doing all the tech stuff and craziness. And then you look at poor Kanye. I was like, son, I had to look at him and son him. You know what I mean? When somebody sons you, that just means you just disappointing all around. But I looked at him and I was just like, this is what happens when you get too much money. Because money makes people think they're above it all. They think that no one in the world will check it, because 9 times out of 10, everybody's on the payroll, right? Your wife's on the payroll, all your friends on the payroll, the people and they never tell you no. So everything's green, everything's flashy, everything's shiny. It ain't. You need to have, back in the day, what we called those aunties who it just, honestly, we used to go collect people when they were just living on the wrong side. We would go collecting. You never had that where you say something, you come out of pocket and say something crazy like that nonsense that the yeet, what they call him? I know his name is Kanye, but they call him greasy, sleazy. Is the wife the sleazy one? I don't know, but they call ye. I'm gonna call him Kanye. I swear, if he didn't have any family that was on the payroll, all you would have heard from Kanye, when he said, slave was a choice, you would have heard the door of the car slamming, the scream, pulling up to his house, the footsteps, and then and you would have seen 3 aunties in their Sunday clothes, looking at him with a Bible in one hand and a trash bag in the other, be like, get your stuff. Something's obviously wrong, and we need to take you home. We used to go get people when they were living on the scandal side. But everybody's on the payroll. I almost put my slippers on and got him, and I don't know where he lives. I tried to Google it. I was like, do I need to go by his house and have a serious talk with him? And that's another thing, if he had a strong woman with him, she would have checked that right quick. She'd have checked him when he came in the house with that nonsense. Because she coming home, you haven't heard anything from the wife. And he would have been on the apology tour the next day. Because I swear, if he had a strong wife, she wouldn't put up with that nonsense. Like, I bet if he went home and said there was no such thing as Armenian genocide on television, he'd have found that the locks changed when he got home. I bet he would have. But you get enough money, you get enough yes people around you, and you start believing anything you say is gold. Everybody's like, Kanye's a genius. He's all right. Prince was a genius. And he got, people get eaten up by you see with politicians, they get some money, they get some power, they get some fame, and they go crazy with it. They start thinking everything they say is gold, and it's not true. And to get on a serious tip, you want to know, I will tell you, and I told this to my grand, I will tell you why Kanye said what he said. You want to know? He misses his mama. If Donda West had been alive, he couldn't have looked his black mother in the face and said that nonsense to her. Cause she came up when they were hanging people in trees. They're doing that now, which obviously we're trying to go retro. But she would have checked that immediately. You cannot tell me Donda would not have just locked that down and she'd have treated him like a son. And if he had family that wasn't on the payroll, they should have done the same thing to him. But I believe that boy, I kind of feel sorry for him. I know he misses his mother. His mother was the cornerstone of his life. And stuff gets out of control when you lose somebody that close, when you lose your support like that. So I kind of feel bad with him. Not bad enough to not drag him in this video, but I do kind of feel bad for him. So, Kanye, I would love to have a talk with you. I would love to just find out what's going on with you, because you need somebody to tell you no. Everybody needs somebody to check them on their bullshit. Check them. And if you don't have it, you run into this like the boy who was screaming from the Seinfeld, who was screaming in the club and yelling the N-word at that brother. People just, you think you always have to have something to say. You don't. Sometimes it's just listening. Smart people listen more than they talk. And on that note, I'm going to tell you about a strain, the Jack Herer. Is Jack Herer? Jack Herer that I found at the dispensary. I got this in a little chocolate goodie. I wasn't even trying to make anything from, well, I was there shopping, and I left with a sack of weed. But what I'm saying is the Jack Herer it's almost like an educated weed. It makes you feel serene, makes you sit up, but you chill. You know what I mean? It was definitely a good cerebral weed. You feel like, you contemplating the state of the universe. Make you, think about stuff on a real deep level. And I like that. So if you're at the dispensary and that's something that gets you going, get you some Jack Herer. Try that out. But on that note, I got to take my medication and go to bed. But I typically don't get political, and start talking about stuff too serious. But I had to check this nonsense. All right, y'all. You know what? Go out there, have a good time. And if you can't be good, be safe. Mama holla at you later. Go on, good now. This boy, I wish he would call me.